peeps. Hello. I want to make sure to get the little candle inside the Buddha. I love this. Reverend Valerie Love at your service, divine midwife of soul destiny, Christian witch, and the author of 11 books on practical spirituality. I got something for us today. 7 signs you may be a witch. Today, I am wearing Hermione Granger. You know, all my witch hats have names. And I have on purple lips today. and to match, purple being the color of a witch. And I also have lipstick to touch it up because sometimes this lipstick, it gets a little special. Yeah, but I'm feeling the purple. Hey, Veronica, look at my peeps coming in. Come on in, love. Tubers, I love you. Love you. Happy Witchy Wednesday. Happy Witchy Wednesday. Come on. Hello. They're piling in. Hello. How you loving? Uh-huh. Let's hear from you. Hello. Welcome. Smash that like. Oh, I can't see you. This is weird. Happy Witchy Wednesday. Here it comes. Oh, I love the purple color. Okay. Here come all our peeps. So I'm so excited. I am so excited. Please do let me know, everyone, that you can see me, hear me. I see you. Okay, yay, girl. Hey, girl. Hi, Greg. Oh, that's so cute, Greg. You love it? The purple with the purple. I'm wearing Hermione Granger today. Purple, my favorite color. Come on, Witchy Wonders. Let's do it. Adam, hi. Oh, Adam, you love the hat. Thank you. This hat is titled Hermione Granger. All my hats have their own names. They are all named after amazing witches whom I love. This is Hermione Granger. Is that Samantha today? No, Samantha is the hot pink one. Samantha's hot pink with the veil. This is Hermione Granger. When you want to pull something out of your bag like Hermione Granger does, this is what you wear. Hermione! Hey, Gracie! How you doing? Hermione Granger. Hi, May. May or Mai. I hope I'm saying your name right. Daniel, you love purple. I know that's right. Greg, Sister Witch. Yes! Come on, Greg. Veronica, I know that is right. Today I have 7 signs you may be a witch. Let's get down to business. But before we do, I have a question for you, love tubers. I need your help. We're doing this branding thing, right? And we're doing this thing for what is the name of your global tribe, right? Like I'm always talking to you, calling you love tubers. But what is the name of the global tribe? So please put in the comments, it's pronounced May. Now, very good. Thank you, May. Now I know. So what is the name that is the best for the Valerie Love Global Tribe? Like, Global Tribe. Like, Beyonce has the Beehive. So, I'm looking for something with love in it. Global Love Trotters or something like that. I don't know. Some beautiful name. Give me some help here. Hey, D says, I can't see anything. D, that's very interesting. Close the browser, start it back up again. Daniel says, hey, Mai. Daniel recognizes May from Sunday nights with The Witch and the Wizard. Every Sunday night, The Witch and the Wizard on love, sex, and relationships. Oh, it gets hot. That's at thewitchandthewizard.com. Hop on over and subscribe. And while you're here, smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button, baby. Subscribe. Celestial Lighters is a good name. Ooh, very nice. Greetings from Hawaii, Tia Mayat. Ooh, would this be part of the Millionaires Club? No, it's the Global Tribe. What about wizards? Ooh, wizards. That's lovely. What are the symbols? Say that question again. I didn't see the whole question. The wizards. It has to be something that encompasses the whole global tribe that is Valerie Love. So, it's got to be about love. It's got to be inspiration. It's got to have some kind of magic in it. It's got to be some name. Light workers is very common. It's not very specific. I would love a name. And so who better than for it to come from you? What are the symbols on the banner behind you? Oh, these are the chakras. crown chakra, throat chakra. Oh, crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra. The yellow is not easy to see in the bright light. Can you see the yellow? Solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra. Witch Queen, hey, Moon Magic. How you doing? This is the chakra system. This was a gift from amazing coaches whom I trained in the Destiny Coaching Academy at the very first graduation of the Destiny Coaching Academy in Virginia Beach. Lovers Divine. Ooh, May. Lovers Divine. Ooh. I am new, but I saw a couple of your teachings. You are beautiful, and thank you for what you do. Thank you, Lady Seraphim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love and appreciate your presence here. Welcome. All our love tubers, say hi to Lady Seraphim. Hi, 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 and welcome. We have a new member. First timer. Ding, 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 ding. Yay. So help me out. I'll be talking about this until a name really lands and sticks. You know, a name for the global tribe. What is it? So we're all channeling it from Birchwood Aura. Ooh, wow. We're channeling it from, so we have celestial, I see the comments, celestial beings. Hi, Christian. Hey, love. How are you? How are you? So help me out with that. Let's get that conversation going here on the channel. Hello. Let's get this that conversation going here. Celestial lights, Aurora Cascade, spirits of more. Ooh, explain what exactly is a Christian witch. Ooh, Ashley, beautiful question. I'm watching from South Africa. Let's meditate. South Africa, welcome. What exactly is a Christian witch? Go to my video on this channel. This channel is a spirituality channel on magic, money, and metaphysics. So go on this channel to my whole playlist on being a Christian witch. There you'll see how I became a Christian witch, what a Christian witch is. Also, you'll see there on the playlist, what about Deuteronomy, how you integrate the Bible and magic. Coven beauty. Ooh, coven beauty. That's very interesting. It has to be something that encompasses people who are not magical as well. Not everyone who follows me is magical or witch or wizard. We have a lot of spiritual people, simply spiritual people that love to follow us too, that are in this global community. So we want to make sure that the name covers inspiration, love, spirituality, metaphysics, something higher order like divine, something high, spirit aura. I love that, Adam. You know, something that encompasses all people's wisdom of light. I love that, moon magic. I love it. Something that will be, when I say it and I address you, it truly feels like you. Hi, Baltimore, Maryland, in the house. I did your mailbox trick and received a big unexpected check. Come on. You can't lose with the stuff I use. I'm telling you, I'm like Reverend Ike. I am definitely a witch. I'm not Christian anymore, but I love the Most High. I know that's right. Spirit of love, moon pool love. Woo, these names are good. These names are so good. Ooh, spiritual soul lovers. Oh my goodness, May, I feel that one. Spiritual soul lovers. How do y'all feel about that one? It feels natural to be me. Hello, family. Absolutely. All right, let's keep playing with that and let me know. Now we're going to go into the 7 signs you may be a witch. Number 1, you can write these out. Grab a pen and paper. Incarnated royalties. Woo, Carol. Crystal spirit love. Woo, I love it. Wow, Adam, y'all have the most amazing. These didn't even all occur to me. See, that's why you have to ask your tribe. That's why you have to ask the tribe. What shall we call you? What do you feel like? What do you feel like? Do you feel like a spiritual soul lover? Do you feel like a celestial aura? Do you feel like all these amazing names? Cannabis love. All of us don't love cannabis, Ashley. I don't use cannabis. Indigo star child. I know that's right. Spirit aura. Y'all said that too. Ooh, I love it. Arlene. How are you today, Aline Collette? Love worker. Ooh, love workers. Pillar of life. Woo, Adam, we might have to have a sidebar because you're coming up with a whole bunch of good ones. Carol, OMG, you know I'm a Christian witch, so I got on my cross and my magic hat. Because what? I ain't giving up Jesus for nobody. I love, and let me not say Jesus because I'm not really a big fan of Jesus. Christ. There's a distinction. Let's go into the 7. Family life alchemists. Ooh, I love that. Alchemists. You all are alchemists, that's for sure. You all are alchemists. I'm excellent and excelling in excellence. Woo, Arlene. You are my bae, Valerie. That's right, Adam. Thank you. We're all connected as one web of love and light. The Christ spirit is real for sure. Oh, Christ is real. Christ is a consciousness, alive and visceral. Here's our 7. Number 1, nature. All witches, and this is really for clarity, if you are wondering if you're a witch, if you know you're a witch, if you know other people who are struggling with wondering, are they a witch? And by the way, this is for male and female witches. I know many male witches who also call themselves witches, and some male witches, as the one that I have a spiritual partnership with, he calls himself a wizard, right? I can see your halo. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So here we are talking of, we're referring to all sexes, even lesbian, gay, transgender, bi. We're referring to all people because remember, being a, hey, Caribbean, being a man or a woman in this life really is a physical appearance on the 3rd dimension. And what's really going on in everyone is the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Some people have a stronger divine feminine, even though they're in a man body. Some people have a stronger divine masculine, even though they're in a female body. This is energy. Everything is energy. So number 1 is nature. And when I speak of nature, witches have a deep affinity for nature. Yes, I see white butterflies often. Wow. Witches have a deep affinity for nature. I'm definitely a child of the dark. Ooh, we love that, Renee. I am somewhat too. I have a dark side that is very strong. I have a strong divine masculine spirit. Yes, universal divine spirit. I love that. Nature. And when I say nature, I don't just mean, yes, loving nature and walking in nature, being more at home in nature, and secondly, feeling somehow responsible for nature, like almost like you're a caretaker of nature. So it bothers you when you see the woods being just, the rainforest just being decimated, and it bothers you that people are just harvesting from the ocean and possibly dolphins and whales being killed. These things cause a disturbance in your spirit because the connection to nature is there's such an affinity for the witch of nature that when you sense a disturbance in nature, it's actually a disturbance in your own field because you understand your affinity with nature. The moon cycles, the wind, the sun, the rain, the leaves, the butterflies, the animals, the oceans, the rivers. You feel the nature spirits. You feel the nature spirits. And this whole nature connection for a witch is critical. Are you vegetarian? I'm actually pescatarian. I eat a little bit of fish here and there. So I don't eat any dead carcasses like chickens or cows or pigs or any of that. I gave up all that long ago. Love society. Woo. King's Crest. I feel that. Let me write that down. King's Crest. The Love Society. I love that. Wow, I'm going to pray on that one. I love it. You're vegetarian? So, yes, Dr. Denise, so this whole affinity with nature, it's beyond, mostly every person likes nature. You like it, Veronica? Mostly every person likes nature. And mostly every person is really fed by nature. But for the witch, it's different. We're fed by nature, but we also know somehow that this is our home. We also know somehow that we are the caretakers and the guardians of nature. And we also know somehow that we are connected to it. We feel that visceral connection to all of it. We are connected. Without nature, we wouldn't be physical. Exactly. Without nature, where would we be? None of us would be in this life. None of us. There is a saying, and I love this saying. It comes from the Native Americans. And I don't even like to say Native Americans. I like to say the First Nations of these United States of America, the people who lived here first before other people came and told them this is our land now, right? And stole it from them from under their feet. And actually didn't even steal it from them because Valerie's love lights. Woo! I love that. Love lights. I wouldn't say Valerie because y'all don't belong to me, but we all belong to the divine. I love that. Love lights. I love that. So when the First Nations were here, they did not own land. The First Nations, the native people to this land, the Cherokee, of which my family is a part Aboriginal, the Navajo, all of the most powerful First Nations, yes, that were in this country before anyone else came, the First Nations, this is what they say. They say without the flying nation, we'd all be dead. What's the flying nation? The birds. Without the creeping, crawling nation, what is the creepy, crawling nation? The insects, the butterflies, the bugs, roaches even. Without them, we'd all be dead. Without the standing nation, what is the standing nation? The trees. We'd all be dead. But without human beings, Earth would be just fine. Isn't that fascinating to consider? That if we didn't have the birds, we'd all be dead. If we didn't have the insects, we'd all be dead. If we didn't have the trees, we'd all be dead. If you look at every aspect of nature, if it was not there, we'd all be dead. Yet, if humans were not on Earth, planet Earth would be just fine. Humbling, isn't it? So that's number one. And if you really want to understand this nature connection, you will see that witchy people, witchy women and men, witchy people, we're always into plants or herbs or incense or crystals or leaves or feathers or flower essences or flowers or growing plants. You will see that witchy people, they always are doing something like that. I was at the, oh my God, yes, I was at, same in Canada, the First Nations. I was at the, what do you call it? When the farmer's market. I was at the farmer's market the other day, and where did I go straight to? Where they had all of the potted plants and things like that. Yeah, we're a virus. Yes, on planet Earth, we have to change. We are the threat to planet Earth and everything else. We're the virus, right? Because we're the only ones that think we can live apart from nature and think that we can decimate and destroy nature and thrive. We cannot decimate and destroy nature and thrive. We cannot. We live from nature. Nature feeds us. We feed nature. Nature feeds us. Nature feeds us, right? Yes, collect rocks and all the time. Feathers. Can't help yourself. Witches always coming home with little twigs, little stones, crystals, rocks, feathers, little branches, all these different. I bet you if you look around your house right now and look at all the things that you picked up from nature, not even thinking about it, it's natural for you. You probably will see all kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of twigs and crystals. Oh yeah, crystal hoarders for sure. Feathers. Feathers just come to you. You're like, ooh, look at that feather. And you got looking at the feather, just fascinated by nature. Oh my God. That's one of my favorite things about being a witch. That's one of my favorite loves of being a witch is nature. I have a whole huge collection of seashells. Simply seashells. Walking on the beach. I have twigs and all that. Animal bones. Oh my God. I know this witchy sister. Speaking of animal bones, don't y'all all do this naturally? Y'all all do this naturally. You're like little kids bringing home all these little, right? And people look at you like, what are you picking up that feather for? Ooh. You're so happy you just found a feather. Oh my God. Seashells. I have a whole collection of seashells like this. Like I'll just be walking on the beach. I can't help myself. I'm just, listening to it, looking at it like you just made a discovery of a diamond. And I have all these seashells. I made a seashell altar. I have all these seashells. I see roadkill and have to hold myself back. I know that's right, Renee. I'm so sorry. Get ready to say, Renee, that I have this witchy sister. She makes all these things. Oh, divine spirits of love. I love that too, man. She makes all these things from animals who give their life up on the side of the road, right? And so she goes, and when there's something that just got run over, she goes, she will pluck quills off of it, the foot, she will do it. And she has oh my God, she has all her stuff from dead animals on the side of the road, bones. It's amazing. It's amazing. So if you feel like that, it's very likely you're probably a witch or some kind of magical witchy person. Number two, your third eye is wide open. And here's what I mean about that. When I was little, I saw everything. Just started on that path and discovered you. Yay! People like me love it. Got myself a collection of wood, pebbles, skulls. Look at that. All of us witchy, we're just picking up all this stuff from nature. We don't even care if something died. If something died, great. Now we can get the bones. It's really quite amazing. Seashells, crystals, beads, feathers, leaves, twigs, all of it. I got all of it. I have a whole magical closet full of all of this stuff. And I love the seashells, all of it. You can do some powerful magic with all of it too. Number two, the third eye. Your third eye is open. When I was a little child, I saw everything. So if your third eye got closed down because of Christianity, like my third eye was sort of went like that because they kept telling me everything you're seeing is the devil. Now that's not true. That's what they told me in Christianity. Everything that you see, yes, I can see between the worlds. Absolutely. I'm going to show you on this piece of paper. Write it on a piece of paper. I'm going to write it on this piece of paper. Hedge Rider. Hedge Rider. That a witch is a hedge rider. And this is what this means, hedge rider. I'm going to get out another piece of paper so we can talk about this hedge rider. Are y'all having an amazing Witchy Wednesday? I am. This is the hedge. Okay? This is what a hedge looks like, right? It's like this little divider, right? Now, on one side, you have the village or the commoners. Let's call them the muggles. These are the non-magical people, right? And we call that earth. On the other side, you have nature. Let's call that heaven because nature is God's temple. This is the witch right here. This is the witch. So you have on one side, this is amazing. Yay, Greg. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a hedge rider. You are a hedge rider. You have one foot over here in nature, heaven, spirits, invisible. You have the other foot in the village. These are earth. This is earth. And you are between worlds. You're between two worlds. I live between two worlds. So I could be in the supermarket and be getting a download from a being standing right next to me because apparently they don't know you're in the supermarket. These beings, they don't really care where you are. They're going to be talking to you, and dead people definitely don't care where you are. The higher order, masters, they will be somewhat respectful of how your life is flowing. They won't just tell you something in the middle of something and you'll be like, what did you just say? However, you're a hedge rider. And literally, in the olden days, if you think of a village, there's the people in the village. Then there was some kind of hedge around the village. Yes, premonitions is part of that too. Then when you go out into the forest, away from the village, was the witch, the magical person, the shaman, the person who was between worlds, who could talk to you in this earth realm and was also channeling other worlds. That's you, the hedge rider. So you understand that you're a hedge rider. Your third eye is wide open. Being on the loo is the worst. I actually get a lot of downloads like that in the restroom. It's funny you say that because they do talk to you a lot when you're in the restroom. But anyway, that third eye awareness, yes, seeing triple digits, 444, 555, 666, 222, 1111, 22, 44. We've all seen it. We see it all the time. Your third eye is open. You have this expanded awareness, the expanded awareness of a hedge rider. A hedge rider is in two worlds, once again. the same time, which tends to make some people crazy if you don't learn how to harness and work with your gifts. That can make you crazy if you don't know how to harness it and work with your gifts. Alcohol helps me do that. Okay, whatever works for you. Number 3, you feel somehow within yourself that you are a healer. Now, witches by our very nature are healers. We use nature to heal. There is nothing nature cannot heal, because once again, nature is the divine made manifest, and there's nothing the divine cannot heal, which in other words, the divine also means love, because God is love. So there is nothing that love cannot heal. There is nothing God cannot heal. And we understand by using flower essences, yes, by using, and I'm going to tell you some of the best healing helpers you will ever get. The fairy nation, the fairy kingdom, the gnome kingdom, the elf kingdom. Oh my goodness, the elf kingdom, very helpful. And you begin to create symbiotic relationships. Yes, you can heal all of that by nature. Relationships with all these kingdoms, with the fairy kingdom, with the, now most people would tell you, oh, this is crazy, I don't believe in fairies, whatever. Okay, you don't have to believe in fairies. It's completely up to you. It's optional, it's voluntary. But just because you don't believe in fairies doesn't mean fairies don't exist. There's a lot of things people don't believe in that are so. So when you really consider that you're a healer and you feel a call to being a healer, yes, archangels, and you feel that you can heal with the power of nature, with the power of even of your presence, that you become aware that your presence is healing, that your voice is healing, that your eye gaze is healing, that you are healing. You feel called and know you're a healer. Remember, back in the day, what a time to be alive. Isn't it awesome? Oh my God, it's amazing and phenomenal to be a witch. Oh my God, it's like the best thing ever. It excites me to no end. It excites me to my core. To my core. Do we channel or is it healing? Yes, the empaths. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So, Fae are powerful beings if we connect with them on the same vibrations. Oh my goodness, the Fae are so powerful. Do you know what? My daughter had a big connection with the fairy kingdom. And she was big into fairies. She loved fairies. She even believed that she was of the fairy kingdom. And I know people that are of the fairy kingdom. And one day she was taking out a bag of trash. And as she was walking with this bag of trash, she was slapping the bag of trash against the bushes. And the fairies, being as mischievous and playful as they are, and also a little tiny bit spiteful, just a tiny bit. They got that little ink on them, you know, the fairies. The fairies, they tripped her up, and that girl fell flat on her face. There was nothing in the street. There was nothing in her path. And when she fell down, I looked and she looked, and she was like, the fairies got me. She knew it before I even said anything. She said, the fairies got me. I said, why did they get you? She said, because I was like, she was abusing nature. She was slapping, slapping the bushes as she was going along, just slapping the bushes with the bag of trash. The fairies ain't going to like that, especially if you have a relationship with them and you're aware. So this healer, calling that we as witches have, remember, long time ago, back in the day, when people had exhausted the doctor, and the doctor couldn't do anything more for people. They had exhausted all the traditional ways they knew that they could heal. Okay, I'm not alone, but I feel bad if I get super angry. Oh, don't get super angry. No need. At the bottom, chocolate siren, at the bottom of anger always is powerlessness. So stand in your power. You will be angry a lot less. Because rather than getting angry about things, you'll say, well, I can do something about it, and I'm going to do something about it right now. You can choose to do something about it. People who are very powerful no longer get very angry, because underneath the power, underneath the anger is a sense of powerlessness. Like you got all this power and you just feel like you can't use it. But when you stand in your power, and you begin to execute your power on the universe at large, and you know that you are an infinitely powerful being, the anger begins to go away. What would you be angry about? You don't like something? Change it. You don't like something? Change it. Or change your mind about it. All of which is perfectly in your power and in your ability to do. So this healer, remember, back in the day, yes, when people had exhausted the doctor couldn't help them anymore. When they had exhausted everything, you're welcome, Chocolate Siren, everything that they knew to do for somebody, and the person still didn't heal, where did they take the person? In the woods, to the witch doctor, to the medicine man, to the shaman. They always took the person somewhere because they knew that person had power. How you love it? Christian Witch here, come on. Because they always knew that person had harnessed some power that was beyond what the doctor had, that was beyond what the pills that the doctor gave, that was beyond. Yes, you speak to my soul. You know what I'm talking about, Stony? Come on. They knew that being, that's you, that healer had something that was way past what the doctor had, what from his books or his or her books or medicines, that they knew when they went to the woods and they went looking out for that witch in the woods or that medicine doctor or the medicine woman. There's always been in every culture around the world a magical being of sorts that was not in the village with the people. They were out somewhere. You had to go find them. Go find them, right? And if you could find them, then, they would heal you. And they never charge money for healing you. They would go there with all kinds of things. The babies get ready to die, this, that, and the other. And it was never a thing for the magical person to simply do that healing work right then and there. They would go get some root herbs. Usually they had herbs all hanging up, drying. They would get these flower petals, flower essences, essential oils. They would just pluck, put it all together, drink this or put this on your chest for 7 days and you'll be good. Person be good. Where did all that come from? That's a witch. that's a magical healer. We cannot be afraid of these things. Cast out fear. This is why I am here. Because the higher order, the divine, tasks me with eliminating fear and ignorance around being a witch. Stop it. So yes, all medicine start in nature, right? Let's let all that go and let's come home to the truth that you as a witch, as a magical person, you're a healer. We need you to step up and take your rightful place as a healer because a lot of people on planet Earth are not being healed by the traditional medicine anymore. Okay? Everything has a magical being. Yes, and vibration. Respect for all things. Yes, is a good start to harnessing good healing energy. Yes. Yes. Hey, Valerie, can you talk about manifesting with dark energy? Ooh, I love dark energy, actually. Absolutely. Now, let's go to number 4. So that's number 3. Let's recap. 7 signs you may be a witch. Number 1 is this visceral connection to nature. Caretaker of nature. Number 2, your third eye is open. You understand you're a hedge rider. You are in between worlds and you navigate both worlds beautifully. Number 3, you're a healer and you know that you can heal beyond what happens with the doctors, that you have some special gift or some special calling and you can put together some roots. And my grandmama and my mamas, they were some of the 2 biggest witches you would ever see. Especially my grandmama. I had my mother, my grandmother, and then my father's mother. My father's mother, she would go in the back, pull roots. My husband's mother, she would go back. She could still go back and pull a root, a berry, a this, or that, put it together, drink that, you good. All right. Number 4, you are a teacher. You feel inclined, almost compelled to teach the magical arts to younger people, or maybe you have an apprentice, or maybe you have mentees, or maybe you have people who follow you, but you're always teaching. See, witches, I have found, are natural teachers. Not only are we healers, but we have the desire to pass on the legacy of what we've learned. You have the desire to teach someone what this root is. Oh yeah, man can be a witch. Absolutely. Men are witches, and many witches call themselves wizards. Many male witches call themselves witches. Witch is not a terminology that is gender specific. Witch is a terminology that is simply a magical person who is a wise one. It's from a word with the root word being wise, meaning they know stuff. That's what the root of witch means. You know stuff. And then also that you practice a craft. What is our craft that we practice? Magic. And I have found, even if you watch Oz, the Emerald City, I'm enjoying that show. The witches on there are a little interesting, but I'm still enjoying the show because I like watching things with witches. And in that show, there is one thing that is very true that they talk about. Every witch has a magic that's exclusive to that witch. Your magic is so personal. My magic is so personal to me. Now it will work for other people. Your magic is so personal to you, and every witch, her spells, his or her spells, his or her incantations, prayers, it is so personal to you. That's why when you write it out in your book of shadows and you write out in your magical journals, of which I have many, that stuff will work for you. Somebody else could come and pick it up. It may or may not work for them. And it could be the most powerful spell you ever created because your magic is so personal to you. You could cast it on someone, but if someone else tried to cast one of your spells, they might be hard pressed to make it work like you can make it work as the originator of the spell. You know what I'm talking about? So as a teacher, you feel this compulsion to pass on this magical lineage, this information to others so that the information does not die out. Do you think that wording is important in spells? Yes, and herbs and correspondences are important. Absolutely. Because we work on different vibrations. Yes, so that's why I know things that I can't explain. I know, yes, I always know things without knowing how I know them. I could be on a video and say something and I just said it and I didn't even know that I knew it. I don't know how I know it. I only know I know it. That's witch. The root word wise one. You know stuff that other people are trying to find out, but you just know it just by knowing it. So as a teacher, we feel like we want to pass on the magical arts to other people. We want to teach people what, bay leaf will do for creating prosperity. We want to teach people what frankincense oil is and what frankincense and myrrh can do for lifting ascension, ascending consciousness. We want to, the Holy Ghost speaks to me, absolutely ancient knowledge. The Holy Ghost speaks to everyone. Are we listening is the question. So we have this wanting, this compulsion, this desire to teach. A witch is a teacher. A healer, that's right, same prefix. Witch and wizard, same pretext. Pretext. The first part of the word is exactly the same. Number 5, 7 signs you may be a witch. Magic is very natural for you. Now, for me, I've been doing magic all my life. Before I had the words for it, before I had the Book of Shadows, before I had the spell work, before I had all the very important methodology, before I had the correspondences, before I knew I was working with the elements, I was already doing magic. And I find that most magical people, they were already doing magic even before you really had a language for it or a protocol for it. Now, it's very important. I feel it's very important to understand the doctrine, or I won't say the doctrine, the methodology. How does magic work? What are the elements? What are the components of magic? I feel it's very important to understand that, but I also know that even before we learned all of that stuff, we were already doing magic. We were kind of blinking our eyes and making stuff move, or we were looking around and we were testing out magic. We were testing it and we were working with magic before we had the formal code for how magic actually works. And what indeed does bring you to a formal code of how your magic is going to work? Your natural inclination for magic will bring you closer and closer to now. This is how a magic wand works, or this is how, we use the elements to create. Excuse me. So your natural inclination for magic starts to make more magic appear in your life, and more magic and more magic and more magic, because you're a magical being. Yay. All right, let's go to number 6. Physical appearance. I have found in my research, let's call it research. I found in my research of witches that there are very distinctive physical appearances that can sort of betray a witch. One is the eyes. I have not ever seen a witch, wizard, male, female. I have never seen a witch or wizard that did not have piercing, penetrating eyes. Or they just maybe didn't show you their eyes. Maybe, you ever look in people's eyes, and some people you look into their eyes and it's kind of like blank. Some people you look into their eyes, it's foggy. Some people you look into their eyes, they're like, what's going on? But some people you look into their eyes, it's intense. It's like two beams coming out. That's a witch. They may not know they are a witch, but I tell you one thing. One of the things that was the number one thing that my mother's friends used to say to her when I was little, and I would just be looking at them, they could feel the intensity coming through the eyes. The eye gaze is the most potent form of energy because the eyes, yeah, the physical features, right? There's things you can look at. Now I start to look at witches. I start to recognize them. Yeah, they're reading your soul. They can see everything. They're seeing through you. And so when I was little, and I used to look at my mother's friends, I would just be looking at them. Now, to me, I was just looking, or I would sit in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, because y'all know I was a Jehovah's Witness. So we would be sitting around in the Kingdom Hall, and I would just look at somebody. Now, I didn't think I was staring, but they would get very uncomfortable with me. I'm talking, these were older people, grown people, and they were uncomfortable because me, a little 6, 7-year-old, 8-year-old girl, was looking at them. Why would they be so uncomfortable in my presence? And I physically could see them squirm, and I was never afraid to look at adults, so I would just be looking at them, not meaning them any harm. I was reading, but I didn't know what I was reading. I was just looking. I could see everything. I could see your whole life. Like I could look in your eyes. I could see your whole life. I could see everything. I could see entities. I could see energies. I could see sicknesses. Oh, I could see everything. I could see lies. I could see betrayal. I could see hurt. I could see all of that. So I was just looking. It was like watching a movie. It was like watching a movie. Yeah, my mother, can't help it, right, Greg? Just always reading people like, oh, okay, I got that one. Oh, it's like reading books. The eyes. Oh my goodness. People, yeah, the people, they try to brainwash you because they want to tell you stop staring at people. They kept saying, don't stare at people. My mom used to keep saying to me, stop staring at her, stop staring at her. My mother's friends used to say, tell that child to stop staring at me. Like they were thinking I was putting the evil eye on them, but I wasn't. I didn't even know what the evil eye was. I was just looking at them. And these eyes, these witch eyes, they were seeing a whole lot. So you have many witches that the eye gaze alone, it's chilling, it's penetrating, it's intense. It's intense. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, so the physical appearance, number 6. Here's another physical appearance that I've seen. See this eyebrow? I've seen that a lot. I've seen the eyes, and I've seen a witchy eyebrow. Have you ever seen witchy eyebrows? Look at some of the women in the world. Now, Rihanna's a witch. Beyonce's a witch. What's our girl with the big booty? What's our girl with the big booty? Please help me. Her name just escaped me real quick. What's the one with the big booty? That sang Starships? What meant? Nicki Minaj is a witch. Look at these very powerful women. They're all witches. Look at them. You go look at them, study them, see what they're doing. You will see they are all witches. And they will have many telltale signs. If you look in their eyes and you look at the intensity, and you look at the eyebrow and you look at the face, it says witch all day long. Especially Rihanna. And even with the physical appearance, Celine Dion is another witch. There's very magical. Celine Dion, very magical. Cher, one of the biggest witches going. Beyonce is for sure, is no doubt. She channels Oshun. She's a daughter of Oshun. Stevie Nicks. I used to love Stevie Nicks. Oh my God, I still love Stevie Nicks. She wrote so many witchy songs, it wasn't even funny. I love Stevie Nicks. Erykah Badu. Now you gonna tell me Erykah Badu ain't magical? She be sitting on Don't you know Erykah Badu? Lady Gaga. Look at this. John Legend's wife. Ooh. You know, when I saw her, I was like, something's going on there. right? You can see all these wonderful witches and they're working their magic. Oh, they're working their magic. Oh, they're working it. So there is a physical appearance. The Kardashians. Now, this is very amazing when you say the Kardashians. Willow, Smith, Iman. Look at y'all. Y'all know these. Y'all know. Erica changes people. Erica changes people with her punani. Erica has people talking about her yoni. Erica says, Common, all of them said her yoni is like off the charts. She is doing some sex magic, yoni magic like you would not believe. Erica Badu. Matter of fact, I watch Erica Badu right here on one of the channels. And Erica Badu is being interviewed. And in the interview, the gentleman said, "Ooh, I'm smelling something wonderful. You have this aroma." She said, "Well, the aroma is coming from my vagina." And he said, "Really?" She said, "Yes." She was saying it rather calmly. And he says, "Now this is a true goddess, right? Erica Badu, true goddess. I believe she levitates around her house. I don't even believe she walks on the ground, on the floor in her house. I think she just doesn't levitate in front of us because maybe it would scare her fans and maybe they would stop buying her stuff. But Erica Badu, I am convinced she levitates when nobody's looking." So she said, he says, "Oh, that's your vagina?" So I know I'm crazy. They're like, "Ha ha ha ha! Oh my God, Val, I'm crying." Yeah, this is exactly what she said. I love her. I love me some Erica Badu. Oh, she doing some sex magic like you wouldn't believe. So then he said, "It smells so good. I just want some." She said, "Well, join the club." That's what she said. She said, "Well, join the club." That woman had Common and all these very powerful men wanted her vajayjay. Oh, so you can work your magic that way. Witches are oh, she uses a cranberry elixir. Oh, yes, she does with the cranberries for that sweet smelling yoni. And she said, "The aroma is coming from my vagina." And they're like, Andre 3000. These are powerful men that this witch has touched. I mean, powerful men. And people are complaining, "My husband won't do what I want." Why don't you just do some of your magic? Come on now, witches. You need to own your power. You need to own your power. I'm not talking about casting spells on people. I'm talking about using all of the power that you have as a witch, as a wizard. You have it. Number 7. This is the final one. This is the final one. It's the final one. The final one is that you have an affinity to other witches and witchy stuff. You have this natural affinity to other witches, other witchy stuff. Oh yeah, womanly wiles. There's a book I have that's named "The Witch in Every Woman." Every woman has a witch in her. Trust me. They say every woman has a bee in her too, but I don't know. But I do know every woman has some kind of womanly wiles that she can use to, let's just say, procure things, including the attentions of lovers. I'm just saying. So, this affinity, number 7, this affinity to other witches, this affinity to being curious about watching magical people on TV. Like I used to love I Dream of Jeannie. She fascinated me. I had an affinity to Samantha, but they wouldn't let me watch Bewitched because that was against Jehovah's Witnesses rules. And they said that would be demonized and it would invite demons into our house because we were watching Samantha twinkle her nose and get what she wanted. There was an affinity. There's an affinity to Harry Potter and all things Harry Potter. Like you can't explain the affinity. There's an affinity to all these Lord of the Rings and the magic in the Lord of the Rings. There's an affinity to other mages and amazing mages that have lived so long. Yes, like Merlin. There's an affinity to Merlin. There's an affinity to the Lady of the Lake. There's an affinity to who is the big magical mage in Lord of the Rings? Gandalf the Great. Gandalf the Gray, and then he became Gandalf the White. So he's Gandalf. There's an affinity, like something you get about them. like, ooh, strong affinity, even when we were little and we didn't quite get it. Now, my brother, he wanted to watch Wonder Woman because my brother's gay, so that always appealed to him. That was his affinity. I had an affinity to Wonder Woman, but not as much as I had to I Dream of Jeannie, Samantha on Bewitched. And that wonderful witch on the Addams Family, she was just the sexiest, hottest thing ever. I was like, wow. When I grow up, I want to be just like Morticia Addams. She was like, this amazing woman. And the husband just followed her around. He just loved her. I'm sure he was under some kind of spell. And Morticia Addams, oh my God, used to wish I could do that. I used to practice twinkling my nose to see if I could make something move. See, that witch is speaking to you. That witch, Storm in X-Men, where her eyes just go and she moves everything around her. See, the Xena, the warrior princess. That's it. That's it. See, we have that affinity. Sabrina, Charmed, Child, Witches of East End. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry right now. Because I was watching Witches of East End when they ended that show. I was wanting to cry. I'm watching Emerald City. I don't care about all the people. I'm looking at the witches. I'm looking at Charmed. And when they used to go up in the attic with the big book, I was just watching Charmed. There was an affinity. I couldn't understand it. The Secret Circle, OMG. What about that other show that used to be on? I was pissed when that show ended, the Witches of East End. Oh, them witches was doing some stuff. One day they was doing some stuff. Oh my God, The Secret Circle is such an amazing witch show. I didn't see that. I love The Witch and the Wizard of Oz. Oh my God, isn't that awesome? Oh my God, look at it, look at it. Oh, look at it, Charmed. Look at all these shows. And you're watching it and you're feeling, not only are you watching it, some people are watching it like it's entertainment. We're watching it for other reasons. Like there's an affinity like, oh, you could actually use some of that stuff in your spell work because it's all based on an element of truth. And you're seeing the elements of truth in there that really have to do with real magic when you're watching Emerald City, when you're watching Harry Potter. You're studying Harry Potter. I didn't miss not one Harry Potter movie. And my favorite witch in Harry Potter, of course, is Hermione Granger. Apart from the wizard himself, Harry Potter. I mean, of course, Harry Potter. But Harry Potter, Hermione Granger. Of course, I love the two twins that were always doing something ballistic with their boxes. The two redhead twins. I love them. But one of my favorite witches, I think J.K. Rowling is a witch and she used glamour on her stories. Oh, yeah. She definitely witched. She definitely bewitched Harry Potter because she is the first billionaire author. She definitely bewitched all of that. She definitely spelled that. Spelled. My favorite witch in all of Harry Potter, aside from the ones that we all love, was Luna Lovegood. Didn't anybody love Luna Lovegood? Luna Lovegood. She always was looking around and she was so sweet. I love Luna Lovegood. And she was a powerful witch. Luna Lovegood, very powerful. Oh, I love Luna. Don't you love Luna? Oh my God, I love Luna Lovegood so much. Luna is my favorite. Look at that. Yes, everyone loved Luna. I haven't met anyone that didn't love Luna Lovegood. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. So those are the 7. Put them all together, maybe 1 or 2, maybe you're not a witch, but you put all 7 of them together. We want to know when you get in your pointy hat. That's what we want to know. Because, yeah, you might as well come on over on this side and acknowledge that you're a witch. I have found that most people who question, I wonder if I'm a witch, are too afraid to think it and say it and own it, too afraid to stand up in your power, too afraid to use your magic and own your world, too afraid to do the stuff you can do, like see through walls and all that. Why? Because the people around you would be very terrified and afraid. And all I say is don't scare the muggles, but do your thing. Don't scare the muggles, but do your thing. I love you. Happy Witchy Wednesday. This has been amazing with all of you. May says, I'm a witch. Okay, May, you figured it out. You figured it out. I love you. God bless you. Peace. We got a lot of resources at Christian Witches. The Facebook fan page is at almost 5,000. Make sure you go momentum, girl. Look at all the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely a witch, definitely a witch. Also with witch all every day. I know that's right. Go over to Christian Witches on Facebook fan page. Like the page. We got almost 5,000 as of the taping of this show. Almost 5,000 witches on Christian Witches. Also, christianwitches.com. We got a bunch of resources there for the Christian witch. I happen to be a Christian witch. I welcome all witches to the channel, all witchy wonders, all of you witchy wonders. I love you. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. A Witchy Wednesday. Peace. Yay.